If your last relationship was a song, what would it be? I need to hear it. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
What would it be?
Dang.
Take your time, Pastor. Take your time. I know
Last
y'all
relationship is a
already
song.
know.
Like to sum up the relationship?
However you wanna, hey, however you feeling to sum it up, whatever you feel, it's the Keepsake Korner right here. It's your world.
I mean, like at the conclusion of that relationship, I was listening a lot to Sammy, and he got a song called Expiration Date.
Oh, is this the old Sammy, the new Sammy?
So it was relatively new. So or I would say last couple of years because that was like 2017 around that time.
Okay.
So that's one of his last fewer albums. Was it Coming of Age?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with it. Give me a line. I mean, if you want to sing it, you can sing it. The singing is not required.
I mean, I forget the lyrics, but essentially he said, I reached my expiration date.
Okay.
So yeah.
He reached it, or did she reach it? He's saying
he reached it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a breakup song on the male's behalf.
Right.
He left.
No. She left.
She left. Oh,
Right,
okay.
Right. I reached my expiration date. He was saying that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Welcome back to the Keepsake Korner. Y'all already know how we do it. Yes. And we always start off with the guest toast. Chris, come on now. Lift up, lift up, lift up. And welcome. Let's still.
Thank you.
Now, Chris, it's definitely not an interview. We are not going to do the whole "what's your name?" Introduce yourself to the people. It's Chris, y'all, and let me tell y'all why I am super excited about this episode, because Chris is all about music like I am. Oh my God, I have been wanting to do a music episode since this one started, and who else?
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Oh my God, it's best to do this music episode with me. Y'all know your girl love to dissect the lyrics and everything else. And look, when I met Chris, he was on the dance floor. I don't even know what the year was, probably 2016, 15. It was somewhere around there at networking events. This is when networking was different. This is when networking gave you food. Like the chef was good. I remember that chef. I don't remember his name, but it was networking. And Chris was on the dance floor, and that's when I met Chris, and ever since then, Chris has been the music. Oh my God, it's up. So here we are, y'all. And since we are into it today, we just gonna talk about music and relationships. All right, okay. Because people always talk about the influence of music, but I'm like, all right, I get it. It's always about what the intentions on listening to the music is, right? Are you looking for direction when you're listening to the music? Or are you looking for the groove? Are you looking, because sometimes we be like, dang, I shouldn't have been listening to them words back there. Like you be like, dang. Or sometimes you be like, I knew what I was saying. I knew what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about how lyrics and how it speaks to the soul, and let me see, expiration day. Because again, you was listening, I done listened to a lot of, let me see. No, hold on. What's one song that you'll never listen to the same again?
One song I will never listen to.
I know. I'm hitting them because I was just thinking, yeah, all right, let me think. So for me, I'll never listen to again. The same. First of all, I'm not a John Legend fan. Like when I tell you I run, like it makes it just. But I like two songs, two of them, right? Now I do like the green light. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it's because of three stacks. Three stacks don't always do it for me, right? Three stacks. And then tonight's the night. Right. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's the song that I can never listen to the same again because it was the jam and it was supposed to be intended for a good date night. Right. And we bumped it. You know what I'm saying? Good tonight. And the date went all bad. It was just all bad. All bad. So like something like that. Like is there a song like you would just like
There's it's not even like the original song isn't actually, it wasn't released. Mm-hmm. But it's a song that Drake sampled. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. What album was that? But it's a player song. Okay. So why his name ain't coming to my mind? Mm-hmm. That passed away. Saturday Major.
Oh, okay, Saturday okay,
Major.
Okay.
He was playing at the piano.
Okay.
It's actually no. Well, there was a version that was released. Mm-hmm. It was like don't be nervous. Mm-hmm. Light a candle.
Oh, okay. I know the original one. Right. Is that turn off the light? No. Okay. And light. No, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
I forget the song, but I know. But however, like I like that song.
Yeah.
However, like that was my ringtone on my phone.
Ringtone.
And
had them.
That was a real stressful time. Mm-hmm. And that was my ringtone. Somebody kept on calling my phone. So I definitely like now listening to that song kind of puts me back into that time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it's that'd be tough. I mean, I kind of try to look past it. You know what I mean? I'm past that situation. It's still a good song. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But that's something that kind of puts me back into that situation. Mm-hmm. Man, that's crazy. I tell you. So speaking of, so like that's good, but it does. So let's talk about the influence because a lot of people talk about how again the influence on the lyrics and all that good stuff. But for me, I just again think about the intention when you're listening to it. Are you looking for direction? Because I tell you, see, Trina and Lil Kim are bad examples. Those are my girls. And at first, I was gonna say I love it. I can look. I have Lil Kim Sundays all day, right? But maybe I was gonna say I wasn't going out look like okay. What Lil Kim say do? Hold on, let me go do it. But there were a lot of young girls that did. They were like, hold on, Little Kim said what? I don't want uh, and they were out there yelling it. I'm like, oh my goodness. But I'm just like, I just wonder, like, hold on, let's go there. Do you believe that it has influence on dating? Yes.
Okay, speak on what you believe is the influence of music on dating now.
Oh, as far as like, okay, how people move now. Mm-hmm. I mean,
because they don't make music like this no more. They be like, wait, one of my favorite ones is when they match up like the album covers be like, oh, if your blouse wasn't open like this, they don't make music like this no more. Like, right.
Or they laying down. Right. You know what I mean? Like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what you think?
I mean, I think there is definitely influence, or I mean, and it's from person to person. It depends on their morals and whatnot, what type of foundation they have. But I would say, for me personally, when I was younger, most definitely it did because I was listening to Confessions in high school.
Yes.
And I think kind of the situations he was going through that album, like for me, I think have you seen Rhythm City? So it was like a DVD that came out. It was like a short film that he put out. And it had Caught Up on there. So it was like a little movie. It had Caught Up on there. It had Seduction on there.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Red light on there.
I don't miss nothing, Usher.
Yeah.
I just maybe didn't know that was the name of it.
Yeah, Rhythm City.
Okay, because I remember Seduction wasn't out. Like Seduction was hidden because Seduction came out on the what they call it,
the deluxe.
Yes, edition. Yes. So yes, right, but I do remember seeing a video for Seduction. Right. So maybe this is
right. So that video was part of Rhythm City.
All right.
Like I felt that was like almost like my high school years in a sense. And what do you say? What was the line on Seduction when he was rapping? I ain't no punk. I'm gonna give Shorty what she wants. Yes. Yes. So yeah, I think I mean just me personally, that's how music has influenced me, and I kind of wonder if I was
boosting confidence.
Right. I kind of wonder now, like if I was listening to a little bit more Babyface or some more Boys to Men, maybe some New Edition, maybe my approach towards relationships may be a little bit different.
That's good. That's good. I'm wondering if that's just more of a male thing. Because again, I'm thinking that, oh my gosh, look, I be having light bulb moments. Y'all know your girl be having light bulb moments. Because I think that on that end, guys use music more for macking. That was the word back in the day, right?
Okay.
Right, for direction,
Right.
Like we talking R&B, y'all. We ain't even getting on the rap yet. We ain't getting on the rap. We talking about that R&B, that good music, right? For like yeah, for lines and macking and women. I don't know, cause again, it's the era where it shift that everybody always feel like the independent women era. That's when it shifted, and then that's when I would say the women have started taking it more to direction. That's when they tell me what you think about me. But then while y'all trying to match, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, tell me what you was like. Yeah, I wonder if that's where the shift went. Look, I just be having the light bulb moments. Like, you see where I'm going? Because hey, okay, let's go back to your Mackin days. While you getting your Mackin days, right? You know what I'm saying? How was the girls receiving your Mackin days?
I mean, they liked it. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, I like to, set the mood right. I was actually telling this story not too long ago. Like, I picked up. I was at a party. Agreed to pick up a young lady from work. She worked at Islands at the time. If y'all from LA,
yes, it was Rise. Yes, right at the bottom.
So yeah, you know what I mean. I had one of my homeboys tell me about this car freshener. It was I think Yankee Candle.
Okay. Yes.
Midnight Summer, something like that. Yeah, had a nice little R&B playlist. I mean, picked her up, had the air condition on just a little bit to where it's not too, cold up in there. And it was cool.
Y'all say us women be cold. Y'all say we stay cold. We stay cold.
So I think, I did all right, kind of setting the mood, and the young ladies were comfortable.
Good. Yeah. Good.
It's like, oh, you got a nice taste in music.
Yes. See, a good playlist gonna do it every time. A good playlist. Oh my God. So hold on, because I love dissecting them. So I be hitting you with the questions like, what? Since you was using them for macking, what's some songs that lied to us? Oh man, I should have thought about this. Hold on, let me think. Songs that lied.
What you mean?
Like we was listening to them, and then as we got older, we like, yo, that ain't how this go. That ain't how this go. Let me see. I don't know why R. Kelly. Let me not. Don't get on me and R. Kelly. Free Kells. Free Kells. I don't care what y'all say. I don't know. Okay. Boom. I always love dissecting this one. Number one song, Donnell Jones, Where I Want to Be. Where I Want to Be. And I don't know if I'm going to say this one lied to us or not, but I'm going to say y'all be lying to yourself. Because everybody say they want somebody to be honest. Y'all be like, tell me the truth. Why, if you didn't want to be with me, why you just didn't say that? You know, and Donnell tried. You know what I'm saying? He said, I just left my baby girl a message. And then he said he wouldn't be coming home. He'd rather be alone. Now, hold on. We don't know how she reacted. We don't know. We don't know, you know. It's just his version. Right. But a lot of people got mad at that song. I mean, we love it. We love it. But he was being honest. Do you think that would play out today? I just left my baby girl a message. Can you leave your baby girl a message today?
No.
And say that you wouldn't be coming home?
No, they prefer
that to
be in person first and foremost.
Okay. We're not leaving voicemails no more.
Or no text messages, none of that.
No.
Okay, they would rather the in person interaction. Let's
role play. Chris is an OG at the Keepsake. Okay, Chris knowing it. Let's role play. I want to role play. Let's do this. All right. How is this going? I want to know how this would play out today. How are you leaving baby girl a message saying you're not coming home?
I mean, today.
Move this back a little bit.
Hold on, move. What you mean, move it back?
Up a little bit.
Like this way?
Yeah. So today, I'm baby girl, right? How you telling me where you want to be? We playing on the song.
See.
No. Again, you know, like I said, you want honesty. You want, you know, and let's be 100. You know, your girl be 100. All right, we talking music right now. But it is a lot of people that are in relationships that they are not happy in. They are struggling and they are challenged with for several reasons. We can get into the many different reasons, right? But at the end of the day, when it does or if it doesn't, it's like, oh, you'll hear, you wasted my time, or if you knew you didn't want to be with me, you know what I'm saying? You should have said that. And it's not always true, guys, because Donnell Jones. It's not about Donnell Jones, right? But that was a good one. I mean, there's other songs like that, you know, but that was a really good one. So I'm thinking like we don't want we don't segue off of music. Do you believe people really want the truth?
Generally speaking, probably not.
Okay.
I mean, because there's only I mean, that's if they work on themselves and they really have some emotional intelligence to be able to receive the truth and not necessarily flip out. Not saying that whatever they're feeling, I mean, they probably not gonna feel good. Not saying that's not valid or we should just breeze over that and they're not gonna get upset. But just how their response or how they react from hearing the truth. I don't think a lot of, just generally speaking, a lot of people have that emotional intelligence to kind of control their reaction or yeah.
Yes. So, all right. Oh, back to role play. Good role play. Baby girl. All right. How is it? If we could, no, I don't want to rewrite. That's a good song. Let's what they call it. Reimagine. Reimagine. Let's where I want to be reimagined. All right, because I remember the video. Well, he outside. She at the.
I mean, so I think that's where people was upset. Like he was outside and she already on a date, and I mean, he could feel a certain type of way. Okay. I mean, yeah. Like I just told you this last night. If you're already on a date the next day,
I mean, left you the message last night.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I think more people are upset about like, nah, you said you wanted to be alone, so let me do me.
Oh, that let me do me thing. That role play. I'm baby girl. Come on. How are you leaving me a message today? You are unhappy in this relationship. You want out. You want out. How are you letting me know?
This is how would I let you know?
Yes. Put me there. And I'm gonna bring it around after this and tell you why. Cause I thought I did it right. I thought I did it right at one point, and it wasn't right.
How'd
But it
you do
goes
it?
back to your point. Like it was like I'm like I didn't know what else to do. You know what I'm saying? I was really like, hey, I don't want to be with you. You go back to your mama house.
It was straight like that. It wasn't no like conversations that probably led up to that about why you were unhappy.
Oh, yes. I was 25. I preface that all the time. You know, I was 25. So, of course, thinking about different things, like now I'm thinking about it, it's like I have like different communication styles now and things like that, right? Because now I'm like, oh, what? But yes, and also too, I feel so. Yes, there were discussions, but I also felt that how you didn't know we wasn't happy. There was no faking it, like you know what I mean. It was one of those things where it was like one of us was gonna say something, and let's be honest, majority of the time it's not the men. Majority of the time it's not the men. So in my case, for me, like we were not on cloud nine. It was not the bliss where there was no romance happening. And this was happening for a while. And so for me, when I did have that, like what I thought would have been the final discussion, I was just confused on how you was not on, like how you wasn't in agreement. Like that's my thing. You know what I mean?
As far as like the relationship needed to end.
Yes. Yes. So that's how I thought I did it right.
So you just bluntly said, "I don't want to be with you no more."
Now here's the thing: the bluntly, like, do I remember like the? I'm pretty sure it wasn't blunt. Like, hey, I don't want to be with you because again, it's that was 16 years ago, and when I tell this story, I believe that I'm so like confident and over the story that it sounds like because everybody's like, oh, you were so aggressive, you were so mean about it. Y'all know your girl, and I don't talk bad about him at all. Right. But I think I can like confidently say it because it did take me a while to leave. Right. And then speaking of music, right? Here's the other thing how you didn't know. Talk about music. Fantasia was the time, right? Okay. I'm in the shower on multiple occasions, belting out. If you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Like, how you don't know? This wasn't.
Oh, and he in the house.
He in the house.
Oh, okay.
And we was in an apartment. It wasn't like the bathroom was here. Mm-hmm. He was in the other quarters of the house. We was in an apartment. Like the neighbors heard. So you know, and this wasn't one time. And then what was the other thing? Oh, my other one. And I'm telling you, speaking of music that stick with you and how it gets you through, the other Fantasia one. I'm telling you, in the shower. Here's another one. I ain't gonna beg you, and it was with force. So at that point, how you don't know? Like that there is outside of that and the discussions and the things leading up to it. So yeah, so I did believe that me having that final like, hey, and again, whether it was blunt, whether it was this isn't working out, I'm sure it wasn't one sentence, right? Because I did, and I tell this story all the time, I did have an exit plan because I worked on it for a while because I knew I didn't want to be there. So I had an exit plan. It was like a blueprint, like a so I don't want to be with you anymore. You can go back and this is what we're gonna do, and we can still split the bit. Like it was you know what I mean? And again, rather it was really straightforward and that I gotta be honest, I don't remember. But again, I'm not a mean, like it wasn't out of bitterness or anything like that. And I tell that story again too. There was no cheating, no fussing, no fighting. I feel like I always have to clarify.
On your end or both ends?
On both ends.
Okay.
On both ends, like for the reason for the split. You know what I'm saying? He didn't raise his voice and like he barely raised his voice. He wasn't a bad person. He just wasn't for me. and I tried to make it work. So again, it's 7 years of trying to break everything down for everybody to have the dynamic again, because I can speak about it now, like confidently, with no like emotions attached to it, because I'm far removed from it. But again, being in that space 16 years ago, it was a lot leading up to it. But I say that because I thought I did it the right way, because it was no fussing, no fighting. It wasn't, I caught you cheating, you caught me cheating, we need to break up. It wasn't, you yelled, like, no, it was literally a wake up. Now again, thinking about it in hindsight, maybe I say it all the time, maybe it shook at him. I rocked his world. Like, man, I had it in my mind. I rocked his world. I get it. I get it now. At that time, I can say confidently, I did not care, because I did try to make it work for a good 5 years after I split. So bringing it on, like I said, oh, and music brought me through everything. Like again, that's why I love. Oh my god, that's why I love dissecting the lyrics, listening to music, but also seeing the effects and the influence, because again, so if you're looking for direction, I also at that time Jasmine Sullivan, busting the windows out your car, but I didn't do it. You see what I mean? It's just like everybody want to talk about the influence on the music, like, but then also like, what about the feel good influence? Like, anyway, y'all know we always get on topic, off topic. That's why we here in the safe space, and it's the Keepsake Korner, because we still didn't get to this role play, because I am trying to see how else it could have been done. You know what I mean? Like and again, I honestly feel at that point that was all I could do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at what else? I mean, again, do which is why I started Kenya's Keepsake, because I do believe that people wait for collateral damage. People wait. People will know they don't want to be in a relationship. They will know they don't like that person. They will know, but then they will wait for that like on social media to break up, right? Then they gonna wait. That's why people always feel like, ooh, your girl be having moments. Hold on, hold on. And Chris, you can stop me at any moment.
Oh no, you good.
All right, like, you know what? Because you are here on the Keepsake Corner, but I be having light bulb moments here. People always feel that, and again, hold on, because the girl always preface it. There, we got this percentage over here, then we got a percentage over here. Always letting people know we're not generalizing or talking about the masses sometimes, but a lot of people like to say that people give up too fast, or they run too quickly, right? Or they give up on the smallest thing, like, oh, that was small, you left him because of that, or you left her because of that, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But that's not even it. It's not. So then you look crazy because you're like, you didn't even give them a chance, like that was so small. But it wasn't even that. It was the fact that they overlooked the big things that they knew that they did not want in that relationship or in that person, and then they found something so small that they was ready to give up,
to kind of give them a reason.
yeah, you see what I mean? So I don't even know why I brought that part up. Role play, where I want to be. I'm baby girl. How are you leaving me a message today? Chris, you are fed. You don't want to be with me. You don't want to be with me. You are fed up. We live together. You know, we are splitting the bills 50-50. That's another discussion. We splitting the bills 50-50. But you are unhappy. You can't take it no more. How you letting me know?
That's a tough conversation.
Oh, then
that is a very tough conversation.
Hold on, and your girl has tough conversation cards. All right, go to check my link in bio, because I guide people through these tough conversations.
Okay,
right
definitely,
now,
definitely need a card.
yes.
I mean, honestly, just listening to what you're saying
Okay.
of how you ended your relationship, I don't see another way. I mean, you want to be honest. You don't want to kind of sugarcoat a little bit to where you think or your partner thinks there's still some hope if there really isn't no hope.
I'm glad you said that. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off, but go ahead.
I mean, I kind of said what I need to say. Okay. I mean, just being honest, and I mean, if you like genuinely feel like all efforts are exhausted, then yeah, you just gotta be honest about how you feel, and that situation needs to end.
Now, because we still didn't role play, but it's cool. Don't worry about it, Chris. You know what I'm saying? It's a safe space. No pressure here. We go. Because you brought up hope. And I don't know if I've said this part before, but I gave the ring back for that. Oh,
he proposed.
Oh yes! Oh my God, he proposed to me. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So again, if you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. All right. So look, that's the whole story. I was engaged and unengaged, so I broke off a whole engagement like that day. Like broke it off. Like I don't want to do this. I'm pretty sure those are my words. I don't want to do this. And what came after that? But because I keep telling this story and the words I don't want to do this keep coming out. So I believe that was probably how I really started. I don't want to do this. And then however it went from there. But at first I did not give the ring back. I did not because again it was just a lie. It didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go. Like and again not he never raises his voice. Like he gets upset. He was upset. He was hurt. I'm sure, but it just wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Like it wasn't like he was like, okay, cool. Let me call moms and tell her to open the door. Didn't go that way. But
hold up. Did you say how he? What did he say?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I do have to be honest. Like a lot of what he said was blacked out because I just remember how he like how he reacted to it. And again, not like violently or nothing, but I just mean disappearing. He cried.
Hold up, you say he disappeared?
Yeah, like so. Then he was just out of my daughter's life. Like he was not active. He gave me hell in the beginning of it. And so that's how the whole story is on why I started the business is because I really just wanted it to be cordial. Like I really just felt like now again, I'm not saying I didn't think his feelings was going to be hurt. I didn't think there were no feelings involved and I don't want y'all to think that I was heartless. Like but again, my emotions were far removed from it a long time ago for other reasons leading up to me splitting. So yes, maybe at that point it was easier for me, right? Until he made it hard again. And he did say things like, "Oh, you think this is going to be easy?" So that's what I mean by he made it harder. Like did I think it was going to be a clean break? I don't know.
Like he didn't want to give up on a relationship or
yes, correct. You go. He didn't want to let me go. He swore it was like another guy. Like he swore, but I guess I don't know. I guess maybe that's easier to accept. That's what
that you had another guy.
Yeah, like yeah. So I'm. That's what my whole point is in this is that a lot of people wait for collateral damage. A lot of people wait for cheating. A lot of people wait for domestic violence. A lot of people wait for certain things to break instead of it just being like you're not my person. So that's what I'm saying. He gave me a hard time trying to really figure it out. And I was like, it's just you. Like, I don't want to be with like you. And it was just like, no, it's because of so and so. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, no. So again, I don't even like this just was like this was Chris was like, oh, this is deep. Yes. Again, so many holes, so many things because it was a span of 5 years. And then again with him, because I did have a plan. I really, and I say this all the time, I wanted to be his friend. I did. I wanted to, he was not a bad person. He just was not for me for whatever reasons. We weren't elevating, he wasn't growing, blah, blah, blah. We can go down the whole list, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't for me. And I realized that. I realized that I wasn't happy. And I realized that I wasn't going to be any good for myself or our child, because I remember in one episode I kept saying my child, and the guy was like, see, that's your problem, it's your child. He's right, he was right, so I correct myself now, our child, because it was our child. But then after that he decided to not be involved in our child's life, which is probably why my mind shift to my child at that moment, you know. And a lot of people, and it's like a lot, and we got totally all off the music thing, but anyway, this is what we do here in the Keepsake Corner. That's why y'all here. But yes, Chris. So again, I really want, my whole thing is to change people's mindset from, I know a lot of people have experiences, but I believe that that is what is tearing us down. And I do want to get to that because I do like asking people their experience on what you believe is the number one challenge in relationships today. I've been talking, I'm gonna let you go ahead and answer that, because like I said, we can get on and off and on. What do you think?
Well, I'm gonna speak personally something that as far as like um something that I have to kind of change my mindset on within a relationship is that there may be some rough patches. Like it's not going to be like the honeymoon phase to where like everything is good like it was in the beginning. Like that's not going to last. So I think, and you kind of talked about how people give up too quick. I think, well, just as far as like marriages, maybe people are giving up too quick because they're kind of having that expectation of everything being good and everything being smooth. And if it's not smooth, then that means this relationship isn't for me. So I think that's definitely one. And then communication for sure. Whatever their expectations or whatever their needs are, kind of being upfront with that. Um, yeah, and kind of just accepting that over time people are going to change. And being okay with that and just really understanding that. Okay, you may be a different person than who I first met. You know what I mean?
Listen, understanding is my favorite word. You know what? I'm gonna start doing a campaign or something, giving people a star every time the word understanding come up, because I think that that's the number one what people lack. People lack understanding, and y'all know your girl. I hate the buzzwords. I hate the overused words and the misdefined words. And I do believe that we need to bring back understanding. Just under basic understanding that everyone is different. Let's just start there. Let's just start there. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different environment. And so for me, I say all the time, I grew up in a loving two-parent home, right? But I do not believe that that is the cheat code, because I'm going to meet a lot of people that did not grow up in a two loving parent home. And so I can't expect, and we're going to talk about that word too, for somebody to like operate or understand, right? What I'm saying, my morals, how I view a lot of things, because a lot of things where people clash is just because of different views and different perspectives, right? And so I don't, when it comes to the word expectations, I tell people to just throw the word out the door. Like I feel like expectations, when it always sets people up for failure. So that's the number one thing that I say. And I want people to, when they're encountering anyone, when they're dating, just anyone, throw out expectations, because you set yourself up for disappointment because you expect something from someone and you don't even know what they have the capacity for.
Right.
And that's a lot of pressure on the other person. Right. And so I think that it's a mindset shift to where you just start knowing what's best for yourself and learning and see if the other person is going to be aligned with that. And it's funny you said that the rough patches, because you came to karaoke, keepsake karaoke when we did it. And if you remember, we went through the 5 relationship stages. Do you remember that part? We was just singing though. We was just up in there singing. But we broke down the 5 stages of the relationships. And the first one was the honeymoon and infatuation stage.
Okay.
And I had us sit up there and we sang every song that you felt during the infatuation stage.
Okay.
I know that was 2 years ago, y'all. I know he like, okay, which one was that? But we had a ball. I'm gonna find the clip and I'm gonna put it up there because me and you killed Dave Hollister on that one. Mm-hmm. That was which one was that?
It has to be one.
It had to be one. Yeah, it definitely was. I'm gonna find the clip. I'm gonna put it on after this episode, y'all, because we're gonna see that one. But that was where it was at. But you're absolutely right. So the second stage in a relationship is the power struggle stage. And that is what Chris is talking about, that people get stuck on. And I'm telling you, there's 5 stages of relationship, but a lot of people do not get past that second one, which is the power struggle stage. Because it is when you start to clash with somebody, when you start to see if you guys are aligning or if you just tripping or if you got time for this, because ain't nobody got time for that. That's the thing. It's the energy of the vibe. That's when, and then people don't move. They don't move through it because either you sit it. Now, hold on. Stage 3 is the stability stage. Now, what I also teach is that people move through them simultaneously, right? Okay. So everybody don't go in order, which means that some people will mix the power struggle stage, stay in there, and move on to the stability stage. So what I mean by that, that's like moving in together, right? Okay. So you ain't even got past y'all, if y'all even like what y'all cook or nothing like that, the power struggle stage, now y'all live together. The asset. Like y'all got y'all sharing things and stuff like that. And y'all still in the power struggle stage. And y'all know what happens after that. Y'all get into this long, unhappy relationship that you stay in for years. And now we can't even role play because you can't even tell baby girl where you want to be. You see what I'm saying, y'all? You see what I'm saying? It's tough. It's really tough, y'all. And that's why we're here in the Keepsake Korner, because it is a safe space. Because I do want people to find their voices when they are unhappy. And again, it is a thin line. Now, it is a thin line of moving too fast over the struggles, right? If you run into that first problem, then you're ready to be out. It's a thin line, though, between you just knowing that this person is not. I'm talking character.
Oh, character. Okay.
Why? What was that for? Go ahead.
Because I think in my last relationship, I kind of felt like this probably ain't it early. Like early. And that relationship lasted for like 2-3 years. And I kind of found out like maybe within the first couple of months.
See, that's what I'm talking about. And why, Chris? Is it because you couldn't leave a baby girl a message? Or is it just because you felt, different people have different reasons for staying. And let's not sit up there and act like every reason is bad and like, oh my God, because again, there are different reasons. But I don't even like red flags, but you saw the signs, the caution signs early on.
Right.
So what was it? Was it character? Was it something like, what was it?
All right. So
you're safe here.
So like for that situation, so my daughter stays in Denver.
Okay.
Okay. So during that time, there were thoughts about possibly moving out that way. And I told her that right before I dropped her off. Kissed her goodbye. Didn't really have no ill reaction by when I said that. So I thought everything was good. Then when I went to call her, no answer. Called her again, no answer. And I'm the type of guy. If I call and you don't answer, eventually I'm gonna stop calling.
Okay.
So I stopped calling and I ain't talked to her for a couple of weeks.
And this was your girlfriend?
No.
Oh, you were just dating?
Not quite yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we wasn't there yet. And then about that 2 weeks was over, and she hit me up. And I mean, she kind of told me what how she felt about me telling her that I was about to leave or whatnot, and kind of expressed that. And I usually during that time I was like, people make mistakes.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, so people deserve a second chance. So that's when I decided to move forward. However, what was kind of the
defining moment
as far as like where I felt like this probably isn't going to work out was she was hanging out with somebody else during those 2 weeks.
Oh.
And she wasn't really honest about that. And I found out through just laying up with her. She's scrolling through her phone like she was about to show me something. Seen a picture. And she kind of like zoomed in and didn't even acknowledge it. I was like, what was that?
Right. Let me see the time stamp.
Right. And then that's when she kind of came forward with that information. But it was like, I think from that point on, um, the trust was different at that time. But still, I decided to move forward. But that was difficult to move past for me, just emotionally, I guess, or just being able to trust her after that. So, yeah.
So, were there any? Did anything happen after that? Like, did she entertain anyone else after that?
No. No.
Oh no, you just couldn't get past that.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So did that attribute to the demise later on?
I think that situation it was just a little bit too much for me. You know what I mean? Financially, I wasn't in a place of where I needed to be. At that time, she had a couple of kids. She was looking for a little bit more stability, help, and I really just didn't have that.
Got it. Got it. Okay, no, but we are talking about how you knew that the trust just was not there and you pushed forward.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah.
And you held on to that.
Yeah.
Do you believe well no. I was trying to pull out so I'm trying to think of the way I want to ask this. Do what do you think could have helped you get over that? I'm thinking about it now.
Like moving past those 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if she would have, and I don't know if anything would have changed, but if she would have been upfront with that information instead of me finding out.
So you mean when she would have, like after the 2 weeks, like she should have called you, like, oh.
You see, and I don't know if that's was something I would want to hear. So, like, say, like,
girl, I'm trying to leave you a message. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. So,
you're not receiving my message right now.
Yeah. So, I think just me finding out it just makes it it's different if I tell you versus you finding out.
And not only that, hold on. I mean, I'm just, different scenarios. We be thinking about different stuff. But too, on her end, too, I feel you. Only because it was like right after, like, you just dropped some information and then it was
or let's say not all for the information. If I ain't see the picture.
No. I mean, it was how she left you feeling. You just dropped some information on her about.
Oh, right.
Then, so you thinking? Here's the thing. Hold on, because I'm gonna talk to y'all ladies and men or whoever. I'm talking to everybody right now. Because I think making people feel a certain way is underrated, right? And I say that by saying it like this: she don't know how you felt like in those 2 weeks. After you, that's like, all right, think about it this way. If No, just the same way. Like you possibly thought that the reason why no, you just said it. You thought that she didn't talk to you was because you dropped this piece of information on her, right?
Well, honestly, I didn't know why she stopped talking to me.
Look, I just
Because she didn't tell me she was upset about what I said, and I was just saying like it wasn't like oh, it's a definite move, but I was just thinking about it, probably moving, and I mean she didn't really say anything after that, so you had no thoughts. You didn't think like, oh, she not talking to me because no. Oh, all right. Because some people would have thought, or I would have thought, like, oh, I dropped. But you know what? That just goes to I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinker, y'all. So that's probably why, in my mind, I would have been like, dang, she left you like, you dropped this information on her, and you probably at home thinking like, dang, she not talking to me because, she think I'm leaving, and then she just pop up. Yeah, no, that definitely wasn't a thought. Y'all see how the different perspectives roll? That's what I love about this. Oh my God. Chris, we are at, oh my God, time be flying, y'all. Y'all know. And look, it was fun. We didn't even get into we was in the music and off the music and we didn't get into it. But you know what? We're going to bring back the music because it's always, I do my keepsake quickfire segment. Yes, I do. And that is when I just go through here and I be looking, I be like, oh my God, I'm just going to throw out some random questions. I like my random questions. And you just going to answer them. Quick fire. So just because I want to bring it back to the music, here we go. Ooh, what is the most overrated love song? Overrated? Yes. Love song? Overrated love song. What you thinking? What you thinking? I don't think. No, you love them all. All of them is lovely. Yeah, I don't really can't think of an overrated love song. Now I know an overrated song that I don't like. Give it to everybody me. Like. Give it to me. I don't like the Cupid Shuffle. Uh-huh. I do not like the Cupid Shuffle. I'ma just tell y'all why that's just surprise because Chris is a dancer. On the floor, and you don't. Okay. Yeah, whenever that come on, I sit down. He sits down. However, I do like Flex by him. You heard of Flex, Flex, your body. And it's another line dance. I like that song. That song is. Yeah. It is by the same person? Yeah. I be thinking all these Cupid. People got one. Yeah. Is it the Cupid Flex? No, it's just it's just called Flex. Yeah. I be thinking these are one hit one night now. Well, yeah, I be thinking they got one song. Just like the people that yeah, so that song isn't as big as Cupid Shuffle, but the the line dancers love it. Yeah, I really be thinking that they just be having one song. Yeah. Period. In their catalog. Just one song. Just the same like the swag surf people. Mm-hmm. I just think that that's their only song. I don't know if they got a whole album or not. But that's just I don't know. Think if they I can't think of another song. See, that's what I'm saying. The Cupid Shuffle. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. Let me see. Do you believe love, excuse me, is a choice or a feeling? Oh, I would say the younger me would say more so a feeling. But now just kind of, growing a little bit and reading a little bit and just listening to people that's had long relationships and that looks successful as far as like just based on what they're sharing is definitely a choice. It is a choice. Oh, I wonder. Is that like is that a good shift or a bad? No, not for you. Not for you. Because I believe that now, and I'm wondering if it's experience and age too. Because, right, I do believe that back in the day, right, it was a feeling. We was chasing. Right. We was doing things that, I can't believe how the guy done got me over. Yeah. Right? But now, we like, because we kind of talked about we spoke a little bit about it. We talked about the honeymoon phase. Like that feeling is going to eventually end at some time. So you got to really make a choice to really stay and love that person.
Yes.
After I mean, they go through their changes and you see the real them eventually.
Ooh, the real them. Because in the honeymoon phase, some of y'all don't be the real y'all. That's what we saying. That's a whole anyway, hold on. Oh, you answered that one. That was good. All right, let's go with the last one. Oh, would you rather share all your past mistakes with a partner or keep them to yourself?
I'd rather share them.
Oh, talk about it, y'all.
I think I'm trying to be because just being like we talk about the real person, or usually in the beginning we have a what I've heard the term representative. So I'd rather kind of not necessarily just spill everything about me.
Right.
But just be like a little bit real about some of my shortcomings or things I struggle with. Being more open to sharing those instead of hiding them. In past, for like, oh, hold on. Say the question again.
Right.
Say the question again.
So I said, would you rather share all your past mistakes with your partner or keep them to yourself? We gonna stop it right there, y'all. Because we are going to go into the next episode. I'm telling y'all already know that your girl, look, safe space, on topic, off topic. We try to bring it back, but I always wanted that, Chris. You already know what it is. Do you want to give the people just for this episode? Because y'all gonna watch the next one. You want to give them something? Just lay it on out. Because we gonna continue this one later. But I don't want him to just leave y'all hanging like bye. I mean, unless it's bye. What you got to say? Roll
as far as like your question?
No. Just what you want to tell people. And you can just be like, all right, y'all, see y'all in the next episode real quick. Or if you just want to leave it out with something real quick.
You're in charge of your own happiness.
You
can't give that responsibility to nobody else. It's your responsibility.
And we're out until the next episode.